Hey everybody, it's Ashley Janae, and I wanted to film a short video today and talk to you all about something that keeps coming up for me, and it's probably because it's relevant in my life. It's relevant in a lot of women's lives that I know and that I work with, and um, I've done a couple posts about it before, but I wanted to film a video and talk about it a little bit more in depth, but still keep it brief. So, um, I've been on a weight loss journey since April. I've lost about 40 pounds, and my goal was actually to lose about 80 pounds. And so I'm about halfway there, and it's my birthday next week, and I'm going on a special trip with my honey. He scheduled something. It's a surprise. I don't know where we're going, and I'm actually in a little bit gonna go pick up a couple things, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm actually very happy that I've lost the 40 pounds that I have before I'm going on this trip, and I'll tell you why. Because when you're overweight and when you're not looking your best, it's hard to find anything that you like on yourself. A lot of the outfits you see, the models and women who are wearing the clothes online, they have a certain body type, and the clothes look good on them. They don't necessarily look the same on you, especially if you're heavier. And I will say I was definitely way overweight. If you were to go by the BMI calculator, I was probably almost 100 pounds over what I should have been. And the reason for my weight gain varies, but a lot of it was due to, some trauma that I've gone through in the last few years and just not, caring as much as I should have about my health and even about my appearance. Because I was more focused on, just trying to make it through the day. But now that I have done a lot of my inner work and continue to do my inner work, I can now acknowledge that the outer does matter. It matters when you're single, and it matters when you're in a relationship too, when you want to keep your partner attracted to you, and you want to not be doing the okey doke where you look good when he got with you and now you've let yourself go. You don't want to be that woman. So, and just for yourself, honestly, I feel so much better about myself. I like how I look in clothes more. I actually don't want to hide. I feel more motivated to um, get dressed up, do my makeup. There's clothes that I'm able to fit into that I haven't been able to fit into for a long time. And things like that are really nice. So, what made me think of, talking about this a little bit more is I noticed when I was trying to buy some clothes off Amazon, which didn't go so well, there were women who were in the reviews and they were taking pictures and showing that they had, bought the dresses that I was looking at. And a lot of them were overweight. And this is no shade against women who are overweight because I'm also overweight. I'm still overweight, even with losing the 40 pounds. But um, it's not good. It's not good. And especially when you are single and you're trying to find a mate, it's not good. And that's for a variety of reasons. Being overweight does say something about you. It says something about how much you value yourself, what kind of care you're taking of yourself. It gives people a clue into your activity level and your eating habits because obviously, if you were, you know, eating salads and exercising, you wouldn't be overweight. So, it can point to you being lazy, it can point to you not really taking care of yourself, um, that you don't have a standard for how you look, for how you go out and present yourself to the world. And also keep in mind that you will be a representative of the man that you get. So, what man doesn't want a beautiful wife on his arm, right? So, if he was to choose you, you would be a representation of him. And if you are, walking around, and we know when we look our best and we know when we don't. So, if you are okay with being super, overweight, we're not talking, just 5 pounds, 10 pounds, we're talking a significant amount of being overweight. Um, if you are okay with that, it does say something about where your standard is. And it's no surprise that you often get men who don't meet your standards because you technically don't meet the standards that you say you have. A lot of women say they're okay, with their weight, or they know they need to change, but, it's not a priority. It should be. Your health should be a priority. Your appearance should be a priority. Um, I've noticed in this weight loss journey, a lot of it is me taking care of myself. It's me taking supplements. It's me making sure that I move. It's me giving my body whatever it needs for me to be at my best, for me to be optimal. And that's really what you want to focus on is, are you bringing your best to the table? First and foremost for yourself. And then obviously, if you have children, family, people you care about, for them, but then also for your potential partner. Don't be, just half-assing it and giving the leftovers, or, being lazy and then wanting excellent results, wanting quality men, wanting suitable partners to choose from, and you are half-stepping it. You're not bringing your best to the table. The type of man that you want, what kind of wife does he want? What kind of partner does he want on his arm? Is it someone who's 50 pounds overweight? It's probably not. So that's something that you need to consider and get serious about. There's lots of different ways to lose weight. There's all kinds of diets. There's all kinds of exercise programs. I also recommend seeing your doctor just to rule out if it's anything physical, anything with hormones, or, it could be the birth control that you're on that's caused you to gain weight, or you could be eating because of stress, and, you need to figure out some ways to reduce your stress, get your mind right, get your mental health good. Just do a general overhaul of yourself. Also, aside from weight, just, how you're looking when you go out. You need to be on top of that. Don't go out looking crazy. I know, there's that joke about, I always meet people when I'm out and about and I'm in my sweats and I'm not presentable. That needs to be very seldom, if ever, that you do that, because you always need to be ready. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So you always need to be ready that you may go to Rite Aid really quick. You may run to the store or whatever just to grab some milk, and you might meet someone or someone might see you. You need to be ready for that. And you want to feel good about yourself, because confidence is attractive and you want to be confident. You want to be radiant. You want to feel good about you and how you look and what you're bringing to the table, right? And you can feel confident that, you're smart, that you have a good job, that you're a good mom and all those things, but none of that is visible to a man when he first sees you. What he sees is how you're looking. If you are dressed bummy, if you're overweight, if your hair is not combed, if you haven't done anything to your face, you ain't wearing no accessories, like you don't have anything extra going on, it's not reading that you take very good care of yourself. And a man's not looking for a good employee or a good mother or a good friend. You may be all those things, but how are you to you? You need to show him the standard that you have for yourself by you treating yourself that same way. So take care of yourself, tend to what your physical needs are, tend to your situation. Don't keep justifying it, and don't make it okay. Don't, get used to carrying the extra weight and just accommodating it. I know for myself, I was buying bigger and bigger clothes. I started buying sweats and t-shirts and thinking I was just going to live in that. And, we're all, dealing with quarantine and all of that stuff as well. So, of course, we're not out and about. We're not really seeing people, but there are people who are still meeting folks and starting relationships despite quarantine. So making yourself available, making yourself ready that you could encounter, a potential partner at any turn, and being ready for that if that's what you want. Anything in life that you want to pursue, you're going to have to put effort in. If you want to go to college, you're going to need to apply and make sure your grades are good and have the money and write the essay or whatever. If you want to get a good job, you're going to have to make sure that your resume is on point, interview well, dress well for the interview, perform well. You want to buy a house, you got to save money, get your credit together, have the down payment. There's preparation involved in everything. And dating and finding a mate is no different. You need to prepare. You need to bring your best, your biggest and best offer, like they say in real estate. Give us your biggest and best, and then see the kind of results you get. But you already know what you're going to net when you are half-stepping, when you are not being your best, when you're not putting the effort into it, when you're not making sure that you are bringing to the table what the kind of man you wants. It's not about, do you think it's okay? It's generally, is that what men like? And is that what the kind of man you want likes? If you want a man who's like super fit and not sloppy and has a clean house and takes good care of himself, what kind of woman would he want? And if that's what you're hoping to attract, then that's who you need to be. That's who you need to start, becoming and embodying. So, I really want to encourage everyone. I mean, it's really been life changing for me to start taking better care of myself. And I've had a couple smaller weight loss journeys in the past and always gained the weight back. But this time I've said, I am going to stick with it because I don't want to have to do this again. Maintenance is much better and easier than, starting from needing to lose a bunch of weight. That is not easy. I won't lie to you and say that that's easy, but you do need to do it. You need to do it for yourself. You need to model that for your children. You will feel better, I promise you. You will break that addiction and that unhealthy relationship with the things that you're eating and with not moving your body. It doesn't take long. It can take 20 minutes a day. That's all. You could walk. That's what I've been doing. You can walk in the house, you can walk outside. There's really no excuse. There's always something that you can do. You need to start now. There is no reason to wait. Prioritize that. Do it for you. Do it for your future. Do it for your future husband because you believe he deserves a wife who is proud, who he can be proud of, who is beautiful, who, is a good representation of him and the image that he has, and a good representation of your family and a good example to your children. So I want to strongly encourage every woman, if you know that you have some extra weight and you need to do something about it, to not delay, to do that now. That is a big deterrent, especially for men as you start, getting up the tax bracket, or, they're considered more eligible. Bachelors, they are the kind of men that a lot of women want or are looking at and are interested in. You need to be competitive. You need to, be able to hold your own amongst the other women who are interested in this type of man. And if you're overweight, if you're not looking your best, then you are not competitive. You are, in effect, taking yourself out of the race there. And of course, there's other things you can do. I teach about femininity, so femininity is a big part of it. But we're talking stage one. We're talking before you ever open your mouth, before you ever interact with the man. Is he going to see you and like what he sees and be interested enough to approach? Is he going to be interested enough to ask for your number and, see what you're about and see where things go? So we'll talk about the rest, later, but something you can start and do today is start working on losing that weight and work on how you're looking when you go out the house. Make sure that you're dressed in a feminine manner. Make sure that your hair is combed. Make sure that you are looking like something that you would be okay if someone approached you, and not the lazy version. Not, well, it just is what it is. Like, that's not someone who has a high standard for themselves. That's not excellence. That's not attractive. It's just not, and people that want to choose comfort or laziness over the results that they want tend to not get the results they want. They tend to get half of that or portions of that, and, feel like life gave them a raw deal, but they didn't really try. They didn't really put forth their best effort. So I want to encourage you to put forth your best effort. And if you have any questions about different ways to lose weight, or what I've been doing, what's worked so well for me, I've been doing keto/low carb. I'd be more than happy to share. I always recommend, if there are professionals out there that you would like to work with, go ahead and invest. It's an investment in yourself to get a trainer, get a coach, get some magazines or a subscription to Carb Manager or Beachbody, whatever it is that you're going to decide to do. Just decide, commit to it, follow through. But yeah, you definitely want to do that, because it's very hard to be confident and not delusional, because there's some people who are very confident with how they're looking, but they don't look good, and the world knows they don't look good. The feedback that they get is that they don't look good, but they're lying to themselves because they just want to perpetuate that lack of effort, that I don't need to do anything, I'm fine just how I am, they just gonna have to take me how I am, and nobody's taking you. So there's that. So don't be like that. This is, if you're looking for a sign, if you're looking for encouragement, this is it. Definitely take care of yourself, please, inside and outside. Um, we're trying to attract the best possible man for you. And you need to, incentivize him to approach you. He has to be feeling what he's seeing. So make sure you're bringing your A game. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have any questions about what I did, what you can do, if you need encouragement, I do have a group. It's free. We're actually doing a weight loss competition right now. The winner gets $100. It's a $20 buy-in, but it's worth it. We're posting our meals, our workouts. We're encouraging each other. We're laughing, posting memes. Like, it's a really lively group. I'm really happy with it. So DM me if you want in that, and I will get you an invitation, get you the link. And if you are interested in coaching around femininity and relationships and dating, please send me a DM and we will chat and see what your needs are, see if I can meet your needs, see how we're vibing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I mean, I'm so happy that I've started this journey. I can actually go find some dresses, find some clothes that I like, that I look halfway decent in. I'm totally thanking myself, the version of me from 5 months ago, who decided now was the time I needed to start and I needed to commit. And I'm so glad I rode out those difficult 2 weeks in the beginning where it was new and I didn't know what to eat, and I was spending all this money and still trying to figure things out. I'm glad I stuck with it. I will continue to stick with it. It's been months now, so it's becoming more of a lifestyle, and it's so much more worth it than hiding behind fat, hiding behind big clothes, and not feeling my best. I feel so much better. I know you will too, once you're looking your best. So it's very worth it. And yeah, I want to encourage you all, because I know there's so many women who need to hear this and they're not hearing it, and it may hurt to hear, but it needs to be said. And at least I'm saying it in love and I'm not judging you, because I've been there. I've walked that road. I'm still walking it, but come join me. Let's walk it together. All right. I love y'all. Take care and have a happy Saturday. Bye for now.